For today's project, we're going to be using some popsicle sticks, and I took 4.5 by 1/4 inch wide popsicle sticks, and I lined them up next to each other, making the two middle popsicle sticks higher than the two end ones. Then I took a skinny popsicle stick, I cut it in half, and I glued those on the top and bottom. Then I took two 7 3/4 by 1 inch wide popsicle stick, and using some hot glue, I glued one on the right side and then another popsicle stick on the left side. And then I flipped it back over and I took a 4.5 inch long popsicle stick and I glued it at the top. And I set that aside. Next, I took 5 4.5 by 1/4 inch wide popsicle sticks, so these are a little smaller, and I lined them up next to each other. As you can see, the middle one stands up the tallest, and then I took another skinny popsicle stick and I glued it to the top. And that popsicle stick hung off the edge a little bit. And then I flipped it over and I cut a popsicle stick small enough so that it did not hang over this time. And then I took 2 more of the 4.5 by 1/4 inch wide popsicle stick and I glued those on the back side vertically. And you want the ends to hang out of the bottom a little bit. Next, I took 6 of the 7 3/4 by 1 inch wide popsicle stick, and I just cut the round ends off of all 6 popsicle sticks. I made 4 of them about 5.5 inches long, and then I cut the other 2 at about 3.5 inches long. And then I just took my hot glue, and I took the 3.5 inch pieces and glued one on the bottom and one on the top. And then I just trimmed the sides a little bit. They were just a tad too long. And then I set all of those aside. I made one more thing with the popsicle sticks, and this time I took 2 7 3/4 by 1 inch wide popsicle stick, and I cut both the ends off of the popsicle stick, and I saved the one end of the popsicle stick and I glued it back on, but I glued it at an angle. And then I repeated the same thing for the second popsicle stick. I then took the 2 and I crisscrossed them and glued those in place. I then took everything I just made and using a small art brush and some Wise Owl black paint, I painted everything with the black. Now you want to make sure that you do both the front and back sides. Now I made 2 sets of everything I showed you, and on one set, once the Wise Owl black was dry, I took some Wise Owl Snow Owl and a small art brush, and I took a very small amount of paint and I'm just dry brushing on top of the black. So I'm not doing a full coverage of the Snow Owl, I'm just lightly brushing over it. Then I took my second set and I did the same thing but with the Republic Red from Wise Owl. Again, you just want a small amount of paint on your paintbrush, and you want to make sure that you do not do full coverage so that the black paint can still be seen. I allowed all those to dry, and then I took a small wooden bead in these circular rods that I had gotten from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gluing the wooden bead to the end of the rod. And now these are going to be our ski poles. And I'm just using the hot glue to attach them. And then I laid one across one of the skis, and then I took the second one and I cut it in half. Now I'm using some metal shears to cut all of my popsicle sticks, and then I'm taking the one I cut in half and then gluing that onto the other ski. And now I'm just going to take all of these popsicle stick ornaments that we just made, and I'm just going to decorate them with different things that I had collected. Now, I'm getting a lot of these from Walmart. They are in the mini tree section, so they're ornaments that are meant for mini trees, and they're very inexpensive. Most of the packs had about 5 ornaments on them for $1.98. And I'm just going to decorate each popsicle stick ornament. And you can really customize these to match whatever decor that you like. And then I'm just taking some twine and making a little loop and gluing it to the back side, and that will be the hanger. Now again, a lot of these small ornaments came from Walmart, and you can find them in the mini Christmas tree section. They have so many different styles to pick from. And then I got these small Christmas trees from the Dollar Tree, and I just glued one on the bottom of this sled. And then I took another mini ornament and glued it at the top. Now, I don't want to bore you guys in showing you how I decorated every single one, but I have attached some images of everything that we created. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can check out some other tutorials over on our YouTube or our webpage. Have a great day.